The White House right now is having an absolute meltdown over the drama surrounding the reflecting pool, which was not a project that necessarily needed to be done right this very moment. It wasn't something that the American public was clamoring for. It was something that Donald Trump chose to do, blew $14 million hiring his pool guy from Virginia, who clearly just went to Lowe's, grabbed a bucket of paint, and dumped it in there. The paint is now flaking off and floating in the pool because he did such a shit job with it. And of course, the White House is insisting that after they dumped all the hydrogen peroxide in there, they've been dumping bleach in there. They're now telling us, in spite of what we can see, that the pool is perfectly clear, clean, and better than ever. They put out a statement this week, yesterday actually, saying this: "The reflecting pool water is crystal clear, and our National Park Service team is now vacuuming up the dead algae resting on the bottom of some parts of the reflecting pool, just like the destroyed Iranian Navy resting on the bottom of the Persian Gulf." Okay, so lots of lies in your statement. The Iranian Navy is, of course, not resting at the bottom of the ocean. They still have tons of ships. That's just a lie perpetuated by Donald Trump that apparently the National Park Service has decided to pick up on. And also, aerial photos show that the whole thing is still green. There's a little blue around the edges where the peroxide and bleach was being dumped in because it killed the immediate stuff there. And then once it dispersed in the water, did not have the concentrations needed to continue killing all of the algae. But the paint's coming up. Everything about this project has been a hilarious disaster, but a disaster nevertheless. Donald Trump's vanity has now destroyed the reflecting pool. Like his desire to have it look like the Caribbean because we want people to think they can swim in it, but they can't actually swim in it, has ruined it. He is, without a doubt, and we've got even more on this coming up later, the trashiest president of the United States we have ever had. No class, no style, nothing. Just pure trailer park trash. And that is what he is turning Washington, D.C. into. We got reports this week from Haberman's new book that he was using super glue to glue gold things in the Oval Office, like put them up on the wall with super glue. This is trailer park stuff, folks. Now, you can't swim in the pool either. It's filled with algae and the liner's coming up, so you can't get in there right now. Now, I glued all this shit up on the wall. I think it's going to stick pretty good. I used a crazy glue, some of it. Yeah, some bit's going to stay up there. Yeah, just ignore that ketchup on the wall. That ain't glued. That's just I lost my temper watching the Fox News. That's our White House. That is what Donald Trump has brought to Washington, D.C. But luckily for him, because of his dementia, he's not going to remember any of this, right? So he's going to go about his life, however long nature's going to give him here, while we deal with the trashiness that he has brought to the entire country, and specifically physically to Washington, D.C. itself. Ren Edwards says the diluted peroxide is what we literally add to hydroponic gardens to increase oxygen and promote growth. Good thing we fired those pesky scientists. Yeah. If only we had left one smart person, right? I mean, even in Idiocracy, at least President Camacho understood that, we do need a smart person. We need somebody who understands what we don't, which is why I actually saw the analysis the other day. The United States right now is not like Idiocracy because at least they were willing to acknowledge their mistakes and turn to the smart people. Trump is not willing to do that. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.